What's up YouTube, it's Brandon here, and today we are going to analyze a BRRRR property that I got across my desk this morning. This property is in Woodbridge and it was sent to me by a wholesaler. As you know, generally when they present these deals it's like a flip. However, we're going to analyze it on whether or not we should do a BRRRR strategy with it. And I think it's a good one to look at. So the specifics on it are really simple. So I'll write it out. The address is 4805 Kellogg Drive in Woodbridge, Virginia. So a couple of things that the investor sent this to us said was they have a deadline for offers, which is July 10th. They're saying that we could offer. Their asking is $350. They're saying that the renovation that's required is $75,000. And the ARV is $510. Now, the thing about ARVs and wholesalers is that it's not always accurate, meaning they generally try to puff it up and make it seem like it's worth more than it actually is. So we ran comps before I did this call, and I came up with about $480,000 ARV. So I'm going to cross this out. And I'm not saying that you couldn't get to a 510, but I like to be conservative when you're doing these numbers, just to make sure you don't lose out, because if the market changes a little bit, you could be affected by it for whatever reason. But right now the market is on fire and home prices are increasing drastically. But for the sake of being conservative, I like to use a smaller number. So basically, when you do the BRRRR strategy, how to determine it is I like to use the 80% rule. So 80% rule just basically states that we're going to take the ARV times it by 80% minus your construction costs. So we're going to do 480 times 0.8 for 80% LTV. And do the math here. So we have 480 times 0.8 equals 384. So they're asking 350 for this. Obviously we could see that at 80% we're going to have some equity in it. Now when you do the renovations, you have to subtract 75,000. And that's going to give you our offer price, which is $309. So $309,000 would be our offer price. That's what I would offer on this property, because again, their asking price is not always their close price, and we can see if we could get it. Now, let's say we were to buy it for $350. Then when we do what's called our cash out refinance in the process of the BRRRR, we're going to leave essentially the difference of the 350, the 309 minus 350. So we'll leave about $30,000 of equity in the property, because it's only worth 480, right? Yes. So basically the BRRRR, we would buy for 309. Rehab, 75K. Rent. So we did the rent on this earlier as well. The rent on this property is about $2,800, anywhere from $2,400 to $2,800. We're gonna use $2,500 again, just to be average. And then the refinance bit. So when you refinance the property, you're gonna refinance at an 8% loan to value. So you do the 480 again, and you're left with 384. So your new loan amount will be 384,000, right? So balance and the mortgage on that is about $2,400. So as you can see, you'll be cash flowing $100. Now, because the property is worth $480, you have about $100,000 in equity. Right, so equity. So now you're in this property. You spent essentially 300 and you bought it for 309 plus 75,000, so you're in it for 384. When you cash out refinance, you're going to be at that number. So you're in this property now for $0. So this property, in my opinion, would be a good investment. Now this calculation, again, they're just rough calculation, so you have to factor in the lender fees and any closing costs, which is about 3% of the 384. So about $12,000 is what I would factor in. So then you're in this property for $20,000-$30,000 if you buy it for this. Now let's say you bought it for their asking price, then you're going to be in it for a little bit more, an additional $30,000. But I would trade $30,000 for $100,000 in equity any day. So my suggestion is, if you're interested in this property, give us a call, reach out to us. I'm happy to put you in touch with the people that are selling it, because it is a good buy in my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Brandon LeCarron, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.